Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. On this episode, 3 years on the wrist with my Rolex Explorer II polar dial. It's going to be a short episode because I don't have that much to say about it. My name is Shane Walls and I make my living as a fine art nature photographer and explorer. I've come to truly depend on my tool watches when I'm out in the field. Whether it be timing my hikes or timing my camera exposures, tool watches are an intricate tool in my photography process. And these episodes on this channel are based on my amateur watch collecting journey as I search for that ultimate tool watch. Now I hear it a lot. This is kind of the ugly stepchild of the Rolex catalog, the Rolex Explorer II. Does it really fit? It doesn't have the elegance, the design, or the prestige of most of Rolex watches. This is old school Rolex watchmaking. This is one of the few watches in their catalog that didn't get a little fat and soft and, for lack of a better word, pretty. This is still meant to be used as a tool. I still don't think it's that good looking of a watch, but it's a great looking tool. And that's it. It's endeared itself to me in that way. Now since this video is going to be short, because really, I'm just going to say, this is just an epic watch. I have covered this watch so often. I have at least 20 other videos on this channel, really diving deeper into this watch, taking it out in the field. But 3 years on the wrist, this is my favorite watch in my collection. I don't see myself parting with this watch. This is going to be a lifer for me. I enjoy this watch. It keeps amazing time. I can keep this watch day accurate. If you haven't seen my other video, how to leave your watch when you're not wearing it, I know with this watch, I can just set it with the dial facing up and it keeps day accurate time. Months, weeks go by and it's a second or two off throughout that time. And if it is that, I can just set it a different way. It's day accurate. It's one of the most legible watches I've ever worn. The lume still looks great. I don't know what bad things to say about this watch. And I know the YouTube channel loves negativity. The only negative thing I can maybe say about it, and we're still talking 8 out of 10, still really good, is the actual size of the watch. 42 millimeter is a little big sometimes. I didn't used to know it until I got my Rolex Explorer 40. After wearing that, this does feel a little bit bigger. But there's times where it's a welcome size. The feel of the 42 is welcome. It feels like a real tool on the wrist. It's got the scratches. Another thing maybe someone likes, someone wouldn't like. It takes on scratches. I love that about this watch. It's one of the few Rolex watches that hasn't switched to a ceramic bezel, a functional bezel, and they kept it steel, which I really like about this watch. I like how it takes on scratches. And I'm really looking forward to when it is later on, just beat to hell, scratched up numbers, the paint coming out of the numbers. That's when I think this watch will look its best. That can't often be said. The watch will look better with age, but the Rolex Explorer II, in my mind, in my personal opinion, will look better the older it gets. It very much flies under the radar, even the polar dial, which is a little loud with that bright orange GMT hand. It flies under the radar because it doesn't look like a Rolex watch. It doesn't have that elegance to it. Good thing, bad thing, I enjoy it because it doesn't come with that stigma that a lot of people who aren't fully, not educated is too strong a word, but Rolex has a stigma. I can't think of the word for it. It does. This though, you can have a Rolex watch and not have that stigma from other people thinking, oh, he's wearing a Rolex watch. If that makes any sense, I kind of stumbled through that. But I like how much this goes under the radar, but you still get all the benefits of having a Rolex, the robustness, long lasting, resale. Everything is here with the Rolex Explorer II without anyone else except a real watch nerd knowing about it when it's on your wrist. When I first got this watch, I was a little worried about the 100 meters of water resistance as I have flooded other watches, non-Rolex watches, when jumping from cliffs, when we're exploring tunnels or slot caves. I have flooded watches with 100 meters of water resistant. This though has proven more than worthy of that. I've Yeah, cliff jump from this. We've been exploring flat canyons where you're jumping in and out of water, putting a lot of water pressure on the watch. And I went diving with this watch. I think I only went down about 15 meters, but no issues. So this is just an all-around good, I guess you could say, luxury tool watch that doesn't really connect with the luxury. So you get the best of both worlds. I've heard rumors that power reserve for Rolex lose their power after a year or two. I have not had that issue whatsoever. This is rated for 70 hours. I'm still getting about 73 to 74 hours of power reserve. So again, no issue at all with the power reserve of this watch. The 5 millimeters of micro adjustment on the bracelet is useful. I find myself using it quite a lot actually when I'm hiking with this watch. However, the glide lock system on this bracelet would be a huge, huge help to this watch and make it nearly the perfect watch. And one other quick interesting note that I've noticed about this watch that is superior to even my other Rolex watches, this movement seems to handle sub-zero temperatures better than other watches. I mean, I have the problem with my quartz watches that batteries always die when I go snow camping. I do a lot of snow camping. I very much enjoy it for my photography. My Rolex Submariner and Explorer I've taken out snow camping. They stay within the +2, -2 seconds, but they're right at the cusp. They usually lose about a second, second and a quarter, second and a half throughout the day of this cold, cold temperatures. And since I'm wearing the watch on the outside of my jacket, it really does affect the watch. They get really, really cold. The Rolex Explorer II, it doesn't have as much of an issue. It handles the extreme weather and extreme cold very well. And I've heard that Rolex does put a special lubrication in this line, in this movement. So I'm not sure if that's 100% true. It does, however, on paper, keep better time with extreme temperature shifts and extreme cold temperatures. Even out snow camping with the watch on the outside of my jacket, fully open to the elements, it only loses about a second a day with that colder weather. I find that particularly special about this watch and the movement in it. Out of all the watches I've ever owned, this watch adapts the best to extreme temperature fluctuations. This watch doesn't miss a beat when I'm going from the Colorado Rockies in sub-zero temperature to 24 hours later being on the sunny, hot beaches of Hawaii. I'll wear this watch in both situations. And again, within that 24 hours, it'll keep day accurate time going from sub-zero temperatures to 100 plus with no humidity to 100% humidity. That is very impressive for a mechanical watch. I haven't really seen any other watch that handles that quite like this one does, where it does pretty much keep day accurate time through that huge fluctuation, and even being in the airplane, that fluctuation of pressure. It is quite incredible actually how well this does adapt to those types of environments and situations. Far better than any of my other watches. I have one instance I did have to send this in. Me and my camera assistant were 3D scanning cars. I still, to this day, don't know if it was magnetized or what, but my camera assistant also had an Omega Planet Ocean on him. And both of these watches got completely screwed up. We don't know what happened to this day. This watch ended up fixing itself. Once the power reserve went down to nothing, I restarted it and it worked just fine. His Planet Ocean never recovered. He had to send it in for service. I sent this to Rolex just to get it checked to make sure there weren't any small problems that would become big problems in the future. Yeah, short and sweet. This is an epic watch. The downsides to it, like I mentioned, were still 8 out of 10s, better than almost any other watch I've tried. It is my first Rolex. I might have the honeymoon phase might continue on because of that fact, but it is such a down and dirty, dependable tool that I love. It can work for any situation. I can wear it to my formal events when I'm going to gallery shows. I can wear it, and I do wear it. This is my main travel tool watch. When I go out in the wilderness, this is the watch that comes with me. And even after 3 years, I still get a little giddy each time I put this on. Look at the polar dial. and it just makes me smile. It really does. I have a lot of memories with this watch. Truly, yeah, my favorite watch. It was then, and it is still now. Like I mentioned earlier, if you want to know a lot more deeper dive into this watch, go to my channel. There are 20, 30 other videos that really go into depth about this watch, how it keeps time, everything else, the design, the look. Now I just wanted a 3-year update. It's still in my collection, and hopefully it will be forever. It's working just great. This thing has been dropped. It's been dinged. It doesn't miss a beat. It is a great, epic Rolex watch. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'm sorry I haven't been posting all that much. The craziness here in the US with the economies kind of put us on the back foot for our fine art sales. So we're working on that right now, but rest assured we'll have a lot more videos coming out really soon. We got some new watches to show. I know I say this a lot, but we've been crazy busy with the photography side of the business. So if you are interested in supporting this channel, buy some artwork. Following this video, I'll have a short commercial about my photography. So you want to help us out, support the channel, bring nature into your home, please feel free to visit our website for more information. Thank you so much again for watching. I do appreciate it. Cheers. Want to breathe some new life into your home or office? Why not do it with some fine art and nature photography? Through my exclusive fine art photography, I celebrate the beauty and grandeur of nature, but also the solitude and peace that I feel when I'm outdoors. Limited to only 18 prints per image, I use the best possible cameras when capturing that perfect moment in time, allowing for amazing image quality on any scale. Industry-leading printers with top quality materials to create these nature scenes as if you were there witnessing them for yourself. Check out my website for more information on these award-winning photographs.